Hey folks, Kelvin here. I'm feeling a little melancholy today. Today is my baby sister Shaula's, what would have been her 53rd birthday had she not died a few years back. And on this day, I find myself really reflecting a lot about the things that create what we are in the world, and the people that can't seem to get away from the box they've been put in by their experiences growing up. And my baby sister was so special. When Shaula was young, she really loved riding horses. She just loved it to death. She would spend weekends, she and I would go up to the farm most weekends, spend a lot of our summer up there with Grandpa and Grandma, Uncle Gordon. And those were great moments. And I remember Shaula in her overalls, the farm girl. As life went on and we progressed through life, we went down all sorts of different paths. And in our family's rife with drug addiction, alcoholism, not facing up to realities, not taking responsibilities for our own behaviors, and these kind of things. And as time's gone by, I've worked very hard to overcome many of these obstacles that have thrown up by the lives that we live, by the lives that we all live. Okay, I don't. Shaula was never able to really get over some of the things that happened growing up. Some things happened to her that she never felt she could trust again because nobody believed her that something happened. She's just a little drunk or something like this, and it's her fault. It's her fault. So parents out there, remember that what we do to our kids today is what they're going to become later on. They become little mirrors of us. Shaula became a little mirror of our dad in so many ways it's not funny, right down to the point of living off the government, feeling like she's scamming the government. So I look around at me, at all the people that do things, are they really scamming the government when they live off the government? Or are they perhaps so broken in such a way that they just can't come back? Or can't's a tough word. If they ever really made the decision to come back, they probably could. But many people can't find that decision to make. And Shaula was amazing because she knew. She knew what had broke her. She knew what was wrong. She just made a decision to continue drinking, drugging, and dying because it was less painful than what it would take to change her life. And why do I bring this up on her birthday? It's because I love her so much and I miss her so bad. We have choices in our life. And if you're having trouble making the choices, or if you think you're in a trap and you can't change the experiences that you have in your life, just remember that other people out there doing things that you admire and being people that you admire had the same things go on with them, but they made different choices. We don't have to choose to wall up ourselves. We don't have to choose to drink away our emotions and drug away our emotions. 25 years ago, in a couple of weeks, it's still a couple of weeks away, all right? 24 and almost 25 years ago, I found my ability to stop drinking and stop drugging. I mean, thank God. I found my fun in roller coasters and Harleys and my kids and all the things that I enjoy doing now that I would never have done had I not made a choice back then to stop. Now, when I made that choice, it was hard, and I heard David Sharp talking about the other day, and it reminded me of when I was 60 days sober, clean. I couldn't talk in full sentences. I couldn't speak. I was sweating every time I did anything. My girlfriend dumped me, the one I got sober for. I didn't know what to do. Am I going to stay sober now? What am I going to do? And I couldn't talk in full sentences. If I opened my mouth in a 12-step meeting, I would start sweating out of every pore in my body, and the sweat would be just dripping down into my shoes, and I couldn't speak. And then one day after I'd spoken like that, and I felt like I'd talked and I'd shared in the meeting, somebody came up to me and said, "Man, I was ready to walk out all this bullshit until you opened your mouth, and I realized that I can make the choice to make this change, and that it ain't going to be easy, and that the pain I'm feeling is okay, and I can go through it, and I can make it. And I realized at that moment that my pain isn't special. It's not different from a lot of other people's pains. You know, I hear people say things like, I heard people say in the meetings, oh, some old man would tell a young man like myself, I spilled more than you drank. Well, the pain is the same. The pain is the same. So anybody that can find a way to get past that pain, to get past the things that they're doing in life, to move forward, to be more than they are. Because I love it. Ricky Beebe does a song, Ricky Beckwith, out in Agape. And she does a song, and it's called I Am. And it's in the land of I am. More than I have been, I am. More than I will be, I am. All that I am. But we're only all that we are when we make the choice to be all that we are. And that means going through the pain of the change of whatever crap happened when we raised us. Yeah, my childhood wasn't. A lot of it sucked. My dad drank like a fish. I lived in fear that he would come home all happy and 30 seconds later be hitting me with a stick. I mean, it sucked. But I made the choice to move beyond that. My baby sister couldn't, and God love her. And happy birthday, Shaula. And I look up at the Shaula star whenever I see it, because I know there you are. And I'm so glad you were named after one, because it reminds me, and every time I look up at that star, I feel a joyful sadness. Joyful to have had you in my life, and sad that you were taken away. And it's anybody out there that thinks they're trapped in who they are and what they are, stop, look at the choices you have, make a different choice. Make a different choice. Make that choice for the child inside of you that didn't make that choice, that didn't have those choices. Make that choice for the adult in you that wants to live free. So whatever you're doing, if you're not happy, look inside to find out why, because that's an inside job. Thanks.